In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of this day of judgment in which we now live. Thee do we serve, and Thee do we beseech for help. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom Thou hast bestowed favors, not those upon whom wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be Thy name. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, now and forever. Amen. Introduction Part 6. Commentary. The position of woman. Spiritually, woman raised to the position of man. This is another subject on which great misunderstanding prevails. The belief that, according to the Quran, woman has no soul is almost general in the West. Probably it took hold of the mind of Europe at a time when Europeans had no access to the Quran. No other religious book and no other reformer has done 1/10 of what the Holy Quran or the Holy Prophet Muhammad has done to raise the position of woman. Read the Quran, and you find good and righteous women being given the same position as good and righteous men. Both sexes are spoken of in the same terms. The highest favor which God has bestowed upon man is the gift of divine revelation, and we find women to whom divine revelation came, spoken of along with men. Chapter 28, verse 7. And we revealed to Moses' mother, saying, Give him suck, that when thou fearest for him, cast him into the river, and fear not, nor grieve. Surely we shall bring him back to thee, and make him one of the messengers. Chapter 20, verse 38. When we revealed to thy mother that which was revealed. Chapter 3, verse 42. And when the angels said, O Mary, surely Allah has chosen thee, and purified thee, and chosen thee above the women of the world. Further, where the Holy Quran speaks of the great prophets of God, saying, and mention Abraham in the book, chapter 19, verse 41, and mention Moses in the book, verse 51, and so on. It speaks of a woman in exactly the same terms. In chapter 19, verse 16, and mention Mary in the book. No other religious book has given such a high spiritual position to woman. The Quran makes no difference between man and woman in the bestowal of reward for the good he or she does. chapter 3, verse 195. I will not suffer the work of a worker among you to be lost, whether male or female, the one of you being from the other. Chapter 4, 124. And whoever does good deeds, whether male or female, and he or she is a believer, these will enter the garden, and they will not be dealt with a whit unjustly. 1697. Whoever does good, whether male or female, and is a believer, we shall certainly make him live a good life, and we shall certainly give them their reward for the best of what they did. 40:40. And whoever does good, whether male or female, and he is a believer, these shall enter the garden, to be given therein sustenance without measure. Also, chapter 3, verse 35, speaking of good women alongside of good men, enumerates every good quality as being possessed by women exactly as it is possessed by men, and ends with these words: Allah has prepared for them forgiveness and a mighty reward. With God, therefore, according to the Quran, there is no difference between men and women, and morally and spiritually they can rise to the same eminence.